You'll swear you're in Jamaica when you see this, not just because of the turquoise water or the patties fresh out of the oven, but because this feels like home. In fact, by the time you reach location number 7 in this video, you might catch yourself wondering if you're still in Florida, or if you somehow ended up back in Jamaica. Stick around, because we're going on a journey to 10 places in Florida that echo the sights, sounds, and spirit of Jamaica. And the final 4 facts will blow your mind. 1. Henderson Beach State Park, Destin. Negril in disguise. There's a place in the Florida Panhandle where the sand is as white as baking flour and the sea glows emerald green. It's called Henderson Beach State Park, and when you walk its shoreline, you could close your eyes and believe you're back in Negril, minus the vendors calling out, "Fresh jelly here." It's quiet, pristine, protected. There are no towering hotels shadowing the coast, just 30-foot sand dunes, boardwalks winding through sea oats, and water so clear you'll see your toes before they touch the sea. It's the closest thing to 7 miles of beach you'll find outside of Westmoreland. For Jamaicans who grew up going country every summer, this is where those memories come flooding back. 2. Itchuckney Springs, North Central Florida. The Rio Grande. Reimagined, what makes Jamaica special isn't just the beaches, it's the rivers. The Rio Grande, the Martha Brae, the Blue Hole in St. Anne. Places where the water runs cool and the trees hang low. In Florida, there's a river that looks like it was taken from Portland and dropped into the woods. Ichetuckney Springs. It's crystal clear, spring-fed, and flows gently enough for you to lie on a tube and just float. No music, no crowd, just you, the water, and the occasional turtle swimming by. This river is a mirror of the calm, peaceful, inner Jamaica that many Jamaicans in Florida miss most. 3. Maka River State Park. Jamaica's rainforest, rebuilt. What if we told you there's a place in Florida where you can walk above the trees? At Maka River State Park, a treetop canopy walkway stretches across a jungle-like forest, offering a view that feels straight out of the Blue Mountains. It's not elevation, it's elevation in spirit. The sounds of birds echo through the trees. The palms and oaks are draped in Spanish moss. The air feels heavy, tropical, wild. You may not be sipping Blue Mountain coffee at 3,000 feet, but your soul will recognize this place. It's as if the rainforest came to meet you halfway, reminding you of trails in St. Thomas or the high roads above Mavis Bank. 4. Devil's Den Prehistoric Spring, a cockpit country cousin. Jamaica's cockpit country is a mystery, a maze of caves and hills that feels untouched, deep, dark, and sacred. Now picture this. In Florida, there's an underground spring inside a cave, where sunlight cuts through a hole in the rock and lights up the water like a blue flame. It's called Devil's Den, and it's Florida's most haunting echo of Jamaican geology. Instead of climbing mountains, here you descend into one. Instead of rivers above, you swim in light below. For every Jamaican who's ever stood at the edge of a sinkhole or peered into a cave near Windsor, this one will strike a deep chord. 5. Bahia Honda State Park. The true island vibe. Florida has hundreds of beaches, but only one truly feels like an island in the Caribbean. Bahia Honda State Park in the Florida Keys. White sand, palm trees, turquoise water so clear you can see stingrays slide by, and a historic bridge that looks like something from a postcard. If Negril and Montego Bay had a baby and raised it in the US, this would be the result. You can snorkel here, paddle, or simply lie under a coconut tree and let the breeze remind you of the North Coast. This isn't just a beach, it's a memory. So far, it's all about the look, the rivers, the trees, the beach. But for Jamaicans, home isn't just what you see, it's what you hear, what you eat, and who you talk to. Let's take you now to the places in Florida where the culture of Jamaica isn't just present, it's alive. 6. Lauder Hill, the capital of Jamaican Florida. Walk into Lauder Hill and you'll hear it before you see it. Patois in the shops, Bob Marley on the speakers, fry fish sizzling at the cook shop. This isn't just a neighborhood, it's a parish. With almost 1 in 5 residents born in Jamaica, Lauder Hill is where the diaspora built a second home. Restaurants like Pepper Seed serve up oxtail that'll make you emotional. Supermarkets carry everything from sorrel to real Jamaican ginger. You don't just find food here, you find family. 7. Miramar, where Jamaica celebrates. If Lauder Hill is daily life, Miramar is the festival. Home to the annual Grace Jamaican Jerk Festival, it's where over 10,000 people gather to eat jerk, dance to reggae, and wave the flag. It's more than a party, it's a portal back to Emancipation Day or independence in Jamaica. The vibes, pure Clarendon Grand Market. And when the sun sets over Miramar Regional Park and the drums start, you don't just remember Jamaica, you relive it. 8. Fort Lauderdale, where reggae never dies. Reggae isn't background music. For Jamaicans, it's soul food for the ears. Fort Lauderdale is home to The Garden, a venue where the greats, Bearers, Marsha, Third World, still take the stage. On a Friday night, it's not unusual to find a crowd singing She's Royal word for word, with hands in the air and hearts full. This isn't nostalgia, it's tradition. And for young Jamaicans born in the US, it's their first step into the music that raised their parents. 9. Palm Beach, Independence Day, Jamaican style. Every August, Palm Beach hosts a celebration that doesn't just mimic Jamaica's independence, it captures it. There's food, music, but also games, lime and spoon races, bun-eating contests, crocus bag races, the kind of fun you had in primary school before sports day, mash up your khaki. This isn't a tourist event. It's for us, for people who remember bulla and bag juice, domino tournaments, and sitting under a tent while the zinc roof clanged with rain. 10. Miami, the Caribbean melting pot. Miami may not feel just like Jamaica, but it feels like the Caribbean, which is what Jamaica truly is, a mosaic of cultures. With its tropical hammocks in Coral Gables and North Miami, and neighborhoods where the smell of jerk mixes with Cuban coffee. Miami reminds you that Jamaica's heart was always multicultural. It's the city where, out of many one people, lives in real time. 4 powerful facts you may not know. 1. Florida has over 254,000 Jamaicans, the second highest population in the US after New York. 2. Lauder Hill, Lauderdale Lakes, and Sunrise have Jamaican-born populations of over 17%, the highest in the United States. 3. The Grace Jamaican Jerk Festival draws crowds of over 10,000 annually in Miramar. 4. Devil's Den Spring, Florida's hidden wonder, is ancient, created by the same limestone forces that shaped Jamaica's cockpit country. So yes, it's not the mountains that define Jamaica, it's the feeling. And from the white sands of Destin to the reggae rhythms of Fort Lauderdale, from a patty in Lauder Hill to a float in Ichetucknee, this feels like home. Subscribe to Impacting Jamaica for more stories that connect the island to the world, because home isn't just where you're born, it's where your heart recognizes the sound of laughter, the smell of curry goat, and the rhythm of one love.